So really what I've come to understand, it's all about emotion. Emotion is everything. So before you have
And what is emotion? Emotion is a manifestation that is coming in response to my vibrational honing. Emotion is indicator of what I've got going on vibrationally, which I have control over. And if I will get on the inside, on the early end side, and I'll work on it a little today and a little tomorrow and a little today and a little tomorrow, until before I know it, that is essentially who I am. I essentially feel good. I essentially love myself. I essentially know my worthiness. I essentially expect things to go well for me. You just can't essentially expect things to go well for you and not have things go well for you. It's law, you see.
And that's the piece I have a little bit issue, is making that jump and really...
It's not your jump to make.
Okay.
You do the honing.
Yeah.
Exposure to life will let you know how you did.
Yeah.
If you didn't do well, don't try to jump. Just go after it again.
Okay.
Life will show you how you did. Just go after it again. Life will show you how you did. You can meditate yourself into riches. You can meditate yourself into fame and fortune. You can meditate yourself into anything by slowing the resistance and just finding the place. Don't worry, you can't stay there. In other words, your vortex is so full of all that you want, and the source within you knows the path between where you are in terms of all of your manifestations and where you want to be. So if you've created the right environment, the path will reveal itself to you.
Right. And that's how I feel.
Yeah.
I know it's there. It's just the emotion of being it before I see it.
Well, most humans get the cart before the horse, and
right.
And we contributed to that in some part, as we say, you create your own reality. So be deliberate about what you think. You get what you think about, whether you want it or not. So we get you thinking about your thoughts. But then we began introducing to you. You get what you think about, whether you want it or not, but you can tell by the way you feel what trajectory you're on, you see. And so most everybody is working far too hard at this. If you would be more personally selfish, and we don't mean go get your nails done and spend the day at the spa and don't go to work and only do things that pamper yourself, although we highly recommend all of those things. What we really mean is care so much about the way that you feel that you are honing your thoughts into vibrational alignment with the way the source within you feels. And so the source within you does not worry about your daughter at all. And when you do, you create resistance. So when you feel that first little worry, then you want to reach for thoughts that feel better. She's so stable, and she's really has a good start on life. And I can tell her guidance is really working within her. And I know that I don't have anything to worry about. And I would not want to live her life for her. And really what I'm wanting to do is just set the best example of happiness that I can. In other words, you just talk yourself back into alignment. And you do that enough. And after a while, you don't go down those wild goose chases anymore. You see? We have enjoyed so much the whole of this day because we started on a conversation with someone who was worried about someone who everything was going wrong in their life, and now we're having a conversation with someone who's talking about someone who nothing is going wrong in their life, and yet we're still having the same conversation. Because you and to the friend who is out there in relationships, in problematic relationships, having all kinds of problems as our friend defined, that person does not feel more risky, more at risk, or harder to explain than your little 3-year-old to us. Because we know how simple the laws of the universe are, and we know how powerful finding this nucleus is and what it will then mean to you. And so, in some ways, we'd like to say to you, You want your 3-year-old to put plenty of stuff in her vortex. So she's going to have plenty of experiences where she knows what she doesn't want and knows what she does want. But she could be one. Oh, what about it? She could be one who, right from the beginning of her life, never has to diverge from her sense of value where she is. And if she lives with someone who really feels that about himself and has stopped grinding his teeth, well, we're playing with you a little bit.
No,
I get it. In other words, these life lessons, you didn't say, I'll go forth and I'll struggle and I'll suffer and I need my little one to struggle and suffer too, because otherwise she won't fill up her vortex. You will. In other words, life is just bringing it all to you. Life does not need to be hard in order for you to have expansion. You don't have to suffer in order to have growth. You don't have to pay a price in order to benefit enormously. You just have to live enough life to help you identify what you want, and you have to create the vibrational nucleus that feels like that.
Right.
You see?
Yes.
And it's so much easier to do than most of you are demonstrating. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really good.
Yeah, man.
Really
Thanks.
good. Yeah.
So all the time we've been having these conversations, today is the first time where these segments have felt timeless to me. I mean, I know they've lasted 66 minutes on the clock or whatever they last, but it could have been 2 hours per segment. It's just felt expansive and wonderful. Can you please help me put that into some words?
Oh, we're going to put it into some really good words. It is only resistance that makes you measure.
Excellent. Excellent. And the other thing is that we've heard vibrational environment a few times today, and that really feels, it's my sense that that's sort of where this conversation and this conversation is sort of going. Can you please flesh out the whole notion of the vibrational environment?
We've been calling it your grid,
right,
meaning your point of attraction, sort of like a framework that will fill in. Esther has been asking us, as she feels what we're feeling as we're projecting it to her, Abraham, what word, when I say it, feels most like you mean it? Vibrational climate, vibrational nucleus, vibrational environment or atmosphere? And we say all of those words are good words for what we mean. You are creating a vibrational, emotional climate that everything in the universe will respond to. So if you just reach for something that feels good, then other good feeling thoughts flow to you. Well, where did they come from? Maybe from Abraham, maybe from other angels. It doesn't matter where they come from, as this non-physical energy is flowing through you. Maybe from mass consciousness. It doesn't matter. Don't try so hard to figure out where it's coming from. Just notice that it is coming. In other words, you create the environment in which it will be attracted, and an environment that will sustain it. That's the best way of describing it. So the more you practice it, the more you own it, the more you are it, the more flows to it. And then soon, really, really soon, it is our powerful intention, desire, and promise to you that really, really soon we're going to move from this creating the vibrational climate, because you will have figured it out, because it's easy. It's easy to do. It doesn't take anyone more than 30 days to teach that to themselves. And so anybody that wants to can do that. It's easiest to do first thing in the morning. See how long we were talking about getting on your high-flying disc. Well, that's what it is. Creating an environment where you feel good. An environment that fosters more good-feeling thoughts to come to it. And then, very soon, it is our intention, our desire, our expectation, even our promise to you, that then we will have discussions, because you will already be in that place of powerful attraction, of then defining with more specifics the details of the way you want the universe to surprise and delight you. In other words, don't you just love it when you get on a roll and you can just feel that everything's working out for you? The traffic lights open just right, the people in traffic are just not just right. You rendezvous with people that you're interfacing with in the marketplace or even as you're checking into a hotel. You're not just rendezvousing with other people in pleasing ways. You're rendezvousing with your own past in pleasing ways. You're rendezvousing with your own present in pleasing ways. You're excited about your future in pleasing ways. You begin to understand that someone a few gatherings ago said, I've taken to just writing it as if it's already happened. He said, I wrote about the woman that would come to me, and she showed up, and it only took a little time. And I wrote about my perfect job, and my perfect job showed up. In other words, you are on the precipice of being able to understand the power that you hold with your thoughts. But we are not encouraging you to direct your thoughts too specifically until you're sure that you've got your vibrational atmosphere in the place that you want it to be. So practice it a little while, and then let's romp into your future experiences. We think that all of you should have enormous prosperity in your life this year. Your economy is poised for it. Your vibration is poised for it. There is not a reason in the world for you to experience anything less than that, other than thoughts that you have been thinking that no longer apply to this vibrational atmosphere. So, as you create this vibrational atmosphere deliberately, the thoughts that you chronically have been thinking that don't mesh with that are going to bounce out. Because you can't have it both ways. You can't create this atmosphere and hold those old resistant thoughts that aren't serving you. It's got to be one or the other. And we think that today you've made a different choice, you see. So you're going to find yourself unwilling to criticize like you once maybe did, or unwilling to feel sorry for yourself like you once maybe did, or unwilling to nitpick over other people unnecessarily like maybe you once did. In other words, the understanding of this vibrational nucleus is going to solve everything in your vibrational patterning, which means all that you've been asking for that is in your vibrational reality is going to begin to move from a vibrational state of being to a manifestational state of being, where you and others who are around you will be able to see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it. And that's what we mean when we say you create your own reality. This is not a gathering where we say we're going to take you into the non-physical and talk about things that have nothing to do with your life here on planet Earth. Everything that you are about is about your life here on planet Earth. You're wanting to demonstrate your vibrational clarity and your vibrational currency. You have a vibrational currency that it's time for you to begin cashing in. It's time for you to allow yourself to be treated in alignment with the trajectory that you set forth when you made the decision to come. You said, I'll go, and it'll be great. It'll be interesting. That was the thing that you mostly said. It will hold my interest. I will really like how interesting it is. I will like how much I like it. I will like how much fun it is. I'll like how good I will come to feel about myself and others. And I will so enjoy us shining together, because when we're in co-creative dance, both tuned in, tapped in, turned on, or all tuned in and in vibrational sync with who we are, then the songs are better, the music is better, the wine is better, the food is better, everything is better, you see.